Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Just want to warn you again, like I did a couple days ago in a video, I have a house full of 7th graders and I have tried to get them to be quiet, but they outnumber me. So we're just going to suck it up and do a video anyway. Sometimes you just have to do that. You cannot sweat the small stuff. I think that was a book. Anyway, guess what we are doing in today's video? We are talking about little wardrobe staples that every girl needs. And when I say every girl needs, I mean every girl needs to have these things on hand. I know this because I have 5 children, all girls. And now some of these things I also want to say are worth keeping in your car. If you have never watched my highly watched video, The Car Caddy, what is in my car caddy, you will want to watch that. It is the perfect time of the year to create your own car caddy or update your current one. I'm sure many of you are going to be the taxi cab mom of the year. I know what that feels like. And there are always things that boys and girls all need. So having the car caddy is huge. Watch that video. Many of the things that I talk about today, I carry in the car caddy because sometimes you are out and about and you may need something, and I have found that out with traveling all the time with girls. But there are also some necessities that every single girl or woman needs to have in her home. Now let me just say, I am pretty good at planning an outfit if I have something coming up. For instance, if I have a wedding to attend, I am pretty good about putting the whole entire look together, making sure I have all of the components well in advance, because if I need to order something, because I'm not really an on-foot shopper, I'm an online shopper. So if I need to have time to order a few little things in that I may need, I have to plan for that. On the other hand, I have adult daughters and they don't plan like that. And I am always saving their butt because I have the little things that they need that they just don't think about. So I do recommend for you younger girls, try to plan ahead. If you purchase an outfit for a formal dance, a dress, a wedding, an event of some sort, put it all together, put it on, and see what you may need. Make a list and make sure you pick those up, because there's nothing worse than the day of and you need your Hollywood tape, or you're going to be falling out and you can't bend over because somebody will see down your dress. So very important to have these things on hand. Let's dive into what those are. Not everything that I talk about is going to be little necessities. There are some bigger necessities that I'm going to talk about. And I recently did a video talking about the nudes, all things nude, and how that is the #1 color that you need in your wardrobe, because it really is the one you are going to go to the most. One of the necessities that I think every single girl and woman needs is a nude strapless bra. This is actually a convertible bra, so you can wear it with the normal straps. I talked about this in my nude video. I also have a video, all things bras and camis. You're gonna need camisoles as well, but I'm not gonna go that far because I have videos that already talk about that. But having a strapless bra in both nude as well as in the color black are complete necessities. I know, cough up the money, get yourself one. It stinks, you wanna buy a top, I get that. But boy, when you are in a pinch and you need your strapless and anything else I talk about, you're gonna be glad that you had them on hand. I'm not gonna talk about the panties because I just talked about those in my nude video. I also talked about shapewear in that video, and I also have an all things panties and shapewear video. Watch all of that. I don't wanna spend a lot of time on those things, but every single girl needs nude shapewear, nude panties, black shapewear, black panties. And I would always say have a thong and have a regular one, and always no show. That's all I wear is no show. There's no room in my wardrobe for anything but no show everything. I also think it's imperative to have the little ped no show footies, nude black. Sticking with the bra theme, and again I talk about these in my all things bras and camis video, but a backless strapless bra to me is important. Now, if you are extremely large busted, you're probably not going to get away with something like this. Therefore, you just wouldn't purchase a dress or a top that is going to require this. I can get away with it, although I am busty, but I have breast implants, so I don't really have to worry about the sagging, so I can get away with these. These also come in specific cup sizes. Mine is a D, but these work great in a pinch. Last weekend, you can see the picture here, I wore this because I had a dress that had an open back. It's also important to have the little petals that cover just the nipples, because let's say you are wearing something and you can go braless. I have a particular daughter that is very fortunate. She can go braless. She doesn't have extremely large breasts, and she's little, and she can wear a lot of those plunging necklines, but she has to worry about the nipples popping through. Therefore, the little petals are perfect. I think the silicone ones are really nice because they're going to give you better coverage. That is my preference, and that is what I used to wear. However, sometimes those are going to show too much, and you want just the little flower ones that aren't as thick. And I will have everything that I talk about linked below. Plenty of options and ideas for you to pick up and put into your little arsenal. Another really important thing to have on hand, I cannot tell you how many times this has been borrowed by one of the daughters. In fact, my Chloe, my 7th grader, just the other day had to borrow this. This is just, it's basically made out of a bra strap, and the purpose of it is to bring the bra together in the back into a T-strap. So let's say you don't have a bra that has the T-strap, you can do something like this, but there's lots of other things you can do in a pinch. You can always use a safety pin to do the same thing. Speaking of safety pins, that is just something that you want to have on hand. Every single girl needs to have different sizes of safety pins, but I definitely recommend having something like this. I've used it many times, and again, my girls use it as well. Another very important thing, and out of everything that I am talking about today, I would say that this gets the most use by myself, and I would say it's probably right up there for my girls as well. This is the Hollywood tape. Where this is perfect is, for example, I am wearing a V-neck today. Now, because I am larger chested, I had to wear a camisole underneath of this. But this particular top, if you weren't large chested, you could actually wear this without the camisole, but you might want to tape this neckline right here against you, because if you lean over or even just from a side angle, it is going to keep that area hidden. I cannot tell you how much I use this. Sometimes if I am wearing a collared shirt, I like to keep that collared shirt in place, and I will put that collar right where I want it, and I will use the Hollywood tape. So this is an absolute must. Super cheap. You can get it anywhere. There's a couple different brands. Scotch, like the tape, actually has it as well, but I will have everything linked. Every girl needs to have a lint roller. That is a must. Again, this is something else that I have in the car caddy. You'd be amazed at how many things that I am sharing with you today are in the car caddy, but when you watch that video, you will see that. This is looking a little rough, but this is a deodorant sponge. This also gets a lot of use. Now, my deodorant, and don't forget I have a video sharing my favorite deodorant. I don't really show a lot of deodorant, but it can tend to a little bit on darker colors. And if you just wipe this where the deodorant has gotten on your top or your dress, this will take it right off. This is an absolute must. I also think it's really important to just have some little scissors like this. These aren't the cuticle scissors. I like to call these more of like a mustache scissor. It has the point. Very important to have this on hand. Have one in your car caddy. Sometimes we need the little scissors like this to get strings or different things like that, but this is an absolute must. If you are a sweater wearer, I highly recommend you have a sweater stone, because it's going to take care of that pilling, I think they call it, that takes place on the sweater sometimes. So this is also a must. Obviously, if you are in your home, you probably have some stain removers, but I still like to have the little Tide to Go or a little Shout or the wipes. Those are great to have on hand, also to carry in your car. I want to share another thing that works great though. When my children were little, we always had baby wipes on us. And I'll be honest with you, I still always carry baby wipes. I have some in the home, in the kitchen. I also have some in my car. Baby wipes are wonderful. They are just magical. And it's just something that I will always have on me, no matter how old my children are. But another thing that I do like to carry is I buy these in a box at Walmart, and you get about 100, and they're just lens cleaning wipes. But I like to carry these in my handbag because sometimes I want to clean my sunglasses with more than a cloth, or my cell phone as well. And I will use one of these, but believe it or not, these are fantastic for getting a little spot of a drip that you got on your clothing when you were out having that spaghetti or whatever it is. It's always going to be red wine or spaghetti, you just know it. But anyways, this does the trick. Many uses for these, worth having them on hand. I talk about planning your outfit ahead of time. If you have a formal dance, if you have a wedding reception to go to, whatever it may be, put every piece together. There's nothing worse than finding out that you don't have the proper shoes. And let me just tell you, if your shoes don't fit right, you're never gonna stick with them. Number one tip, and I talk about this all the time, I don't care how much you love the shoes, if they don't fit properly in the store, or if they are not comfortable when you try them on in the store, they're never going to fit or be comfortable. Just let them go. Walk away. Just walk away. They're not going to work for you. You will be miserable. And there is nothing more unsightly than watching a girl or a woman walk pathetically in her high heel shoes because either she doesn't know how to walk in them, or they clearly just don't fit her, or they're hurting her feet. It just doesn't look right. It's something you cannot camouflage. Don't buy them. Okay, just don't. Anyway, it is so important to have on hand. They need to be with your shoes in your walk-in closet or whatever, are heel liners. These are little liners that go into the back part of the heel. If you have a shoe that's slipping or sliding, and maybe only one, for me it was always only one foot, only one shoe on one foot would slide, I would have to put that heel liner in there. These are a must. If you need them in a pinch, they're there. Sometimes when our feet are more colder, like during the winter months, they don't fill the shoe as much as they do in the summer because we tend to swell a little bit more. So a lot of times I just need these for a couple different pair of shoes during the cold weather seasons. There's nothing worse than when your heel is slipping. So have your heel liners. Another thing, I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but I'm sure some of you are shaking your head. You have a pair of heels and for some reason they slip on certain surfaces, different floor surfaces. And again, you can't walk properly because you're trying to compensate for that slip. Very important to have these little safe step sole pads. These go right here on the bottom of a shoe so that you won't slip in them. Another thing, it doesn't hurt to have any of these on hand in your car caddy. That's actually where I pulled this from. Always have something for rubbing. If you've ever wore shoes, let's say you're at the mall and you're wearing a cute pair of sandals, but they're rubbing on that little toe or they're rubbing in the back. There's a lot of different things you can use for that. I'd like to tell you that a Band-Aid works, but in my experience, that is just not enough. But we have, and I should say my girls, because I plan ahead. They don't always plan ahead. But having some rub relief. This is like a little barrier. It actually just is a little stick like this. You rub it on the area and it will prevent it from rubbing against the skin. So this is wonderful to have on hand. The other thing, always, always, always have some comfortable ballet flats in your car and flip-flops. That will save you anytime. I've saved my girls, I've saved their friends by having those things on hand. It is so miserable to spend a whole day out school shopping at the mall and somebody decides to wear cute shoes that are not comfortable and they are miserable, and mom to the rescue with her flip-flops and her heel rub. These are not too bad either, and they are actually by Band-Aid, and they are actually for that. You can see the back of the foot, so you can put these on. They're the perfect size. So again, do what you need to do. I know there are so many more things I could think of. I could go on and on about all of the little necessities, and I actually even searched on YouTube to see if I could find a video that shared all the little things that we need, and I tell you, I couldn't find it. I could find capsule wardrobe or basics wardrobe or all of those things. I don't do the capsule wardrobe. I have no desire. Now, I could do a basics wardrobe, not meaning that's what my wardrobe consists of, just the basics that we need. But really, if you watch my bra and camis, my panties and shapewear, my all things nude video, my car caddy video, you are going to be ready for it all. But I know I am forgetting to share something, so please share. Help us out. Let's help one another. In the comment section below, leave something that maybe you thought of that is a little wardrobe necessity that every girl needs that I forgot to mention, because we all know we've all been in that pinch and you want to have these things on hand. Thank you for watching, ladies. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave those suggestions in the comment section. Also, any recommendations on future videos that you would like to see. Also, don't forget to check out my website where you can shop all of my favorites. You can shop my favorite nudes, you can shop my favorite fitness, my favorite makeup, my favorite hair, my favorite body products. You name it, you can shop it all. Travel, everything. I have videos on all of it, but you can shop it right at the top bar of my website. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.